Now this is lecture number 20.4, in which I will cover coding process. Coding is after sampling this signal, whatever values are there at particular time, those values are recorded in some memory block, and that process is known as a coding process. There are two methods of coding process, but before coding process I will like to discuss the sample and hold circuit. Because we take sample of signal at different interval of time. Those intervals are very close to each other. Just as in previous lecture I told you, sampling rate may be 1 megahertz. So that means 10 is to 6 samples in 1 second. So this is such a fast speed of sampling. Now every time we send this signal to one circuit, which is known as a sample and hold circuit, which is like this. Now this is an electronic circuit to which we give one clock pulse, then only this will work. And from here one capacitor is connected to this path of this signal, and this is actually buffer amplifier. Here is a out, and this is a electronic switch. So we give signal to this, and when we give enable this, when we give clock pulse to this, signal will pass to this. Capacitor will get charged to the level of that signal level. Suppose signal is here 2.1 volt, so this will get charged to 2.1 volt. And when clock pulse is removed, that means this gets open, or this is not connected, but capacitor will retain that value, or this will hold that value to that level. Let us say it was 2.1, this will remain 2.1, which is connected to input of this op-amp amplifier. Now you know well the characters of op-amp. Op-amp has very high input impedance. Maybe a few mega ohms is input impedance. Now mega is 10:6, that means 10:6 ohms are there at input stage. Impedance is this. So because of very high input impedance, practically no current will pass inside this. Let us say our signal was 2.1. now 2.1 upon 10:6, this is 0.00 something milliamperes or amperes, which is almost nothing. So we assume that no current passes inside this op-amp. So as a result, whatever voltage is here will remain to that level for long time. That is why name of this circuit is sample and hold circuit. So this sample and hold circuit will hold that value, whatever value of signal was there when this was enabled. This will hold that value, and this will remain that value, and same value, because here this is a buffer amplifier, gain is 1. So whatever value was here will appear here. Now this is connected to some memory block. So that way sample and hold circuit holds the value of a sampled signal at particular time, and this appears here, this goes to memory block. So for in sampling process or in coding process, we take help of sample and hold circuit, which holds the value of signal, and after this is recorded, then this is brought back to 00. So this is sample and hold circuit, very important. This is often asked in annual exam.